Oh, it's been a bit. And
Has
where's
been a
Hammond
minute.
at? Hammond's somewhere
Yeah,
out there.
actually, I don't remember. Oh no,
I,
he's here.
he's
He's coming to Pittsburgh.
he's coming to Pittsburgh. Okay,
Yeah,
like a
he's not
business
like in my
conference or
house, but
something.
yeah, he's coming to Pittsburgh this weekend.
Okay, okay. But where have I been? I had my work schedule's been messed up because of stupid Valentine's Day and everything, and then they copy
Valentine's
pasted
Day
that
messed up your
schedule.
work schedule.
It did. I requested off Valentine's weekend so I could spend it with my girlfriend, like going
Reasonable.
out and everything.
Yeah.
And they copy pasted that for the next week, so I had last weekend off as well.
Okay.
And then this week they have me working 6 straight days. I'm halfway through it right now, and I work at 11 p.m. So
Cool.
it's a nightmare. I'm in a nightmare scenario right now.
Are you at Taco Bell again? I forget.
Yeah, I'm at Taco Bell again. They pay me a good bit to be there, though. It's like I can't leave because nothing else in this town pays as much as freaking Taco Bell does.
Right, that's tough. Golden handcuffs.
Even in a managerial position, like I'm making almost $20 an hour now,
Yeah.
and I don't do much past what I did 8 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's not a bad deal. Just
Yeah.
annoying. But anyway, I went down to one of the local lake resorts or something, or Tiger Lake down in Grafton.
Right.
And we had a nice little 4-course dinner.
Nice. 4 courses. Any dinner measured in courses, it's gonna be.
It was all like handmade too. It was really good.
Yeah.
That steak was actually delicious.
Yeah. That's great. I had a first date on Valentine's Day. That was kind of fun. It was we just got Thai food though. It was nothing crazy.
I went Valentine's Day proper. I went and got Chinese buffets with my girlfriend and my roommates because they were going on like a little Galentine's date.
Oh, cute.
And I'm like, you know what? I mean, we just went out and had our Valentine's dinner yesterday. We might as well just humor them and go to this Chinese buffet.
Yeah.
I mean, it's whatever. We were kind of hungry already, and we had already had like burritos earlier in the day.
I gotta criticize this place. I made a reservation. I might have the times a little bit wrong on this, but the time difference is correct. So I made a reservation for 3:00, and I go and I sit down, and the waitress comes up and says, "Hey, will your date be here soon? We close at 3:30." I was like, why did you let me make a reservation for 3:00 if you're gonna close at 3:30?
3:30. Why?
My date wasn't even particularly late. She was like 7 minutes late or something, which, like, I don't know. I feel like that's within
reason. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we had to like rush and we had to order and eat in 20 minutes. It was crazy. And they kicked everybody out of the dining room at 3:30. And that's not crazy. Like, closing at 3:30, not that weird. They closed for an hour to take a break before dinner. Why would you let me make a reservation 30 minutes before closing? Like, I'm a person who can eat in 30 minutes, but I know most people cannot do that. And so my poor date had to put her food in a box and just kind of hold it, and we like went and walked around town for a little bit after because it was
so awkward. Oh no.
Fortunately, a nice day out. It ended up okay.
Was it just a friend date, or was this actually a date?
I mean, it was a Tinder date.
Okay, so you did find a Tinder date.
Yeah.
Man, that feels like it's a bad ending for a Tinder date, though, is having to walk around outside of a restaurant after they let you put a reservation 30 minutes before they close.
Well, it'd be a bad ending in Morgantown. And Pittsburgh is a beautiful place to go for a walk.
That's true. Morgantown is to say it's over.
Yeah. No, here it was nice. We walked around town for a bit. I had a good time. At least I did.
When I was in my Hinge dating phase, which I only did one Hinge date proper, see how that went. I'm still talking to her. I went to we have like a little leftist bookstore because I was coffee shop in town now.
Yeah.
And so I took her there. And we had actually I think Valentine's Day we woke up. She stayed the night over here. We woke up and went to that same coffee shop. Like, who would have thunk when we went on this date, like in September, that we'd be now together during Valentine's Day at the same coffee shop?
That is only like 5 months.
Yeah, it is 5 months, but it was a first date at a coffee shop.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like most first dates are at coffee shops these days. It's like
It was
in a
more of
Seinfeldian sense. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, you go on a coffee date because if you don't like him, you can just leave.
Yeah, it was more of the surprise of that first date went well enough that we're still together 5 months later.
Yeah, I
You
don't know.
know,
Some of them have
that's
to.
kind of how we felt. We didn't go to the ramen place after this time, though. Unfortunately,
Tough luck.
we did actually that first date. We did get kicked out of the coffee shop because we did end up going there like 30 minutes before they closed. So honestly, we might be onto something here.
Yeah,
Going to a place 30 minutes before they kick you out might be the move.
could be the move. Hey, and welcome to Game Talk. I am your host, Connor, and today I'm joined by Mike.
Hello.
And no Ahmed this week. And because the boss ain't here, I thought this would be a good time to do a dedicated Monster Hunter episode.
This is like our second year. This is crazy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Well, no.
We had
yeah,
one
it
for
is.
Wilds.
It's
Yeah,
just,
second in a year.
The anniversary is in 2 days. Yeah. Let's see. I was thinking we could predict Master Rank.
I got some takes.
You got some takes? Okay, you've played 2 Master Ranks now, right?
I have only played fully through Sunbreak's Master Rank. I have not
but you
done all
played
of
a bit
Iceborne.
of Iceborne, right?
Yeah, I just restarted World recently, though.
Okay, so I have played a little more Master Rank than you, but I actually didn't finish Iceborne either. And well, I rolled credits on it. I didn't beat Fatalis, which is like the final challenge.
I haven't finished Sunbreak's Master Rank if we're counting like
Me neither. I haven't beat Primordial Malzeno.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to Primordial Malzeno. I think I stopped at Master Rank 30 in Allmother Narwa.
I have gotten to Primordial Malzeno. I have not beat it yet because it's really hard.
Yeah,
and speaking
I
of
have
hard,
to get there.
I think like Wilds is in a really strange spot right now because the difficulty level is actually really high right now. Like Arch-Tempered Arkveld, very hard. We're getting 10 stars Zoshia, we're getting 10 star Gogmazios. We have 10 stars of all the Apexes. Those are all quite hard right now.
Comparing it to like the end game of base like high rank Rise, like the difficulty scaled insanely. Like I think Arch-Tempered Arkveld alone with single solo scaling has more HP than Fatalis did.
Yeah, so it's interesting, and also the players are very powerful right now. Like the skill bloat. You can get a lot of skills on an armor set right now. So I'm curious where that goes. So what I'm going to do right now is for our non-monster hunters in the audience, I'm going to describe what we're kind of talking about. Typically, all but one Monster Hunter game has eventually gotten either a re-release with more content or an expansion DLC containing what's called Master Rank. That will include...
G rank if you're old.
What? Oh, G rank.
Or G rank, yeah, if you're old. Yeah.
That is going to include a harder Master Rank version of every monster in the game, typically. That's going to include new variants of those monsters. It's going to include new monsters. The variants and new monsters will probably add up to about 40 new monsters. So it should roughly double the count of monsters in the game. And all of this should be considerably harder than what was in the game before. There will be a new story and likely at least one new map. I'm actually feeling that there will be 2 new maps in this one. 2 at least.
Yeah, because I mean, while World and Rise both added 2 new maps in their Master Rank.
So I'm suspecting we'll get
the Guiding Lands. Yeah.
Yeah, the Grinding Lands.
The Grinding Lands, they call it.
And I'm hoping that we get two like Scarlet Forest, Oilwell Basin, Windward Plains level maps. And not like a Wyveria or an Ice Shard Cliffs. Because
we're going to probably get at least a plain-sized map.
Yeah, I think so too. And beyond that, we don't really know what we're going to get. We know that this is coming because they've announced that they're working on it, but we don't have any information about what will be contained in it. So the rest is up to us to decide, or to speculate on, I guess. Yeah,
I think we're going to get an Arkveld variant, like 100%. We're going to get like Unleashed Arkveld or something.
Yeah, I mean, we got Ruiner Nergigante and we got Primordial Malzeno. So I think it is practically guaranteed that we get and I think Chaotic Gormagala was also a G rank addition in Monster Hunter 4. So yeah, we will almost certainly get a stronger Arkveld. My money is we get a stronger Chatacabra variant that's a little more fun.
Rocky Chatacabra.
So returning monsters that you can like, I bet your life will be in this game. You're gonna see Rajang. You're gonna see Zinogre.
I do not want to see Rajang. They do not put him in this game. Do not. I'm tired of seeing him.
He is in everything.
He's in everything. I'm tired of him.
You are gonna get him though, I think. What's interesting is I wonder how many Elder Dragons we will get, because we only have one Elder Dragon in Wilds right now. And I figure they are not going to stick to that in Master Rank. I suspect Master Rank is going to be...
I swear to God, if I have to fight Teostra again, I'm gonna just not play it.
I don't want Teostra, and I don't want Valhazak. I hate Valhazak as well.
I don't want Koshala Deora either. I do not.
I'm fine with Koshala Deora. I'm fine with Kushala, but I really,
fighting them.
If I'm picking, I want Kieran. I want let's see. I like Kieran. I like Namiel. I like Chameleos. Like if I'm choosing three,
Chameleos, I could see.
It's those. Yeah, Chameleos I think could be really cool in Wilds because you can just imagine him in the Scarlet Forest somewhere.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering what do you have any predictions about like a biome for the new map?
Let's see. We already have the fire area. We don't really have we have a forest, like a jungle map. We don't have. I'm trying to think of like what Monster Hunter maps that we don't have yet, because we already have the desert.
We have a desert, we have a fire, that's more or less a volcano. I could see an island. I wouldn't mind like a city, like a Wyveria city map. That could be interesting. We don't really have like a mountaintop. I guess Ice Shard Cliffs, but everybody hates the Ice Shard Cliffs, and I think would be fine with them just redoing it as a mountaintop kind of map.
Don't give me a Hoarfrost Reach, though.
No, I don't want a Hoarfrost Reach. I would rather it not be thematically icy. I don't...
Yeah, I don't want an ice map.
We have an ice map pretty much covered, but a mountaintop that is like rocky.
Give me something like the Citadel in... in Sunbreak, and I think I'd be fine with it.
I agree. Another thing we can confidently bet on is that we'll get another gathering hub in this new map. And I guess new camps if we're getting new maps.
Yeah, we're getting new camps.
But new gathering hub is more exciting to me. I really like the one we have, but I think it's a little bit lacking in coziness. Like, you look at the one in Rise, it's that small building that has the cherry blossom in it, and it's just it's an enclosed cozy space. You look at Iceborne and you have an enclosed space, but it's much larger and it has like the hot springs and everything in it.
I haven't been to Iceborne's gathering hub actually.
Oh, you haven't? You just haven't walked in?
I haven't walked in. Yeah,
the Celiana gathering hub is quite nice.
Just recently decided to walk into the World gathering hub.
I think the World one's pretty bad. It's just like the top of...
It has that little like church at the end of it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And it's essentially like...
in that cutscene.
It's a boat, basically. Like it's the top of a ship. Boat. And it's just not that interesting. So... And I think the Wilds one is definitely better than base World. Especially like when you have the diva singing, when you have barrel bowling going on. Especially during some of the festivals, which the festivals are... going on right now. They're looping through all. Sorry, my cats are fighting. They're looping through the festivals right now. I am a little worried about them getting rid of barrel bowling, because barrel bowling is so much better than the Iceborne equivalent, the Coalworks or whatever. Steamworks. That was terrible. Yeah, so boring to play.
I just I downloaded a mod that just did it automatically.
Just did it for you. Yeah. I wouldn't want that with barrel bowling, because barrel bowling is fun. For the uninitiated, this is a mini game you play that gets you items that is a little more efficient than hunting for them sometimes, and they're items that you kind of need for some of the higher end consumables that you craft.
Are there Kelby in Wilds?
What?
Are there Kelby in Wilds? I don't remember there being Kelby.
I don't believe that. No, there are no Kelby in Wilds.
Huh. There might be Kelby in the Master Rank.
Yeah, it depends on... I think if it stays in the Eastlands here, the Forbidden Lands, I don't suspect there will be Kelby, because it but we don't know if it's going to stay in the Forbidden Lands. For instance, in Sunbreak, you went to the Citadel, you went to the continent. What do they call it? The kingdom. The kingdom.
Yeah, the kingdom.
And it's all around the kingdom and everything. That it's a possibility that in the Wilds expansion, you will likely have hunts in the current maps, but the narrative will take place entirely in new maps.
Iceborns took place in the New World.
Yeah.
I would be interested if Hoarfrost.
I'd be interested if they do like a city for the Gathering Hub, because if you go back to older Monster Hunter games like Monster Hunter G, Monster Hunter Tri, Monster Hunter Dose, all of them had village mode that takes place in a smaller village, and that's your single player. And then they'd have city mode, which is a totally different map that is like a big city that your hunter lives in and works in to do missions and stuff. And I think that'd be cool if we got like a Dundorma or something, a callback to a previous city in the game. Because if they're going to do Elder Dragons, they could come up with a reason for Elder Dragons to come to the Forbidden Lands, or they could just take us to a place that we know already has Elder Dragons, and I would be fine with either personally. I hope we get more siege hunts. I don't know what your opinion, but if you'd asked me before Gogmazios, I'd have said don't do it. But after Gogmazios, they've proven that they can make these fun, and it's like, yeah, bring on Zoshia, or not Zoshia, Zora Magdaros, bring on
Zora Magdaros coming back would be crazy.
Like
I'd
anything,
rather see
I don't know.
Shenlong come back.
I'm really excited to see what they can do. I would prefer new monsters to returning monsters, but I'm excited to see a bunch of returning monsters too, because I just think the combat in Wilds is so much better than any other game in the franchise. I just think it is the best version of Monster Hunter so far. I really, really like it. So any content that they give us, I'm excited for on that front. Do you have any monsters that you're like really dying to see?
I've heard theories that Dalmander, the world serpent's coming back.
Dalmander would be cool.
Dalamander's coming back. Maybe.
Dalmander is a really, really big snake. If they do Dalmander, they have to do Naharala. Have you seen Naharala?
No, I've not seen Naharala.
It's just a smaller snake, but it has this move where it like coils around you, and it just basically surrounds you and slithers, and it's really hard to dodge out of. And it was the bane of my existence when I was a kid playing Monster Hunter 4. And I would love to beat his ass.
Yeah, what if they bring back Atul Khan or whatever it is?
That'd be cool.
The bug that wears...
I see a lot of people wanting Celtis Queen back, which is another Monster Hunter 4 monster. It's a big bug that has a second bug. It's the queen, and then the Celtis is on top of it. Okay. And it like sends the Celtis is also like a large monster. It's two large monsters you have to fight at once, which kind of fits Wilds mechanically because it has the herd mechanics. Yeah, don't bring back Ketsu. I do love his theme though.
I hate that. That monster is so annoying to fight.
It's so awkwardly quiet.
It weirds me out too.
Yeah. No, don't bring back Ketsu.
I don't like how it looks.
My number one that I want him to bring back is Zamtrios. Zamtrios is a shark monster that has a few different forms. It has a form where it covers its body in ice, like armor, and it has a form where it like inflates and bounces around. And it's another Monster Hunter 4 original. And I would love to see it return.
Bring back the mammoth. What is his name? Gammoth. Yeah, bring Gammoth in.
The problem is Gammoth would only fit in the Ice Shard Cliffs thematically, but he wouldn't fit in the Ice Shard Cliffs because he's so big.
Yeah, put him in Jindahad's arena. It'll be fine.
Yeah, you could do that. Or maybe in a new map.
We're probably going to get like an evolution on Zoshia, maybe. Because Zoshia is teased as like the young version, right?
Yeah, I could see it because we did get Safi Jiva in Iceborne.
Yeah. Zoshia is kind of teased as like, oh, it's the basic. It's not fully grown. You woke it up early, so...
I could see it, but I would almost rather them just give us Fatalis or something, like a proper Black Dragon. And a harder Zoshia hunt that isn't like thematically different.
They're getting a 10-star of Zoshia hunt, I think, soon.
One theory I see people throwing we are getting a 10-star Zoshia hunt soon, and that's going to be hype.
10-star GOG.
Yeah, and 10-star GOG. Another thing I see people throwing around is they think we'll get variants of the 4 Apexes, which I think is exciting. Like we could get an Ice Ray Dow, a Thunder or probably a fire Jindahad, a thunder. I don't know. I don't know how it would. I don't know how it'll play out, but I think it'd be sick to get elemental variants of all of the apexes where they show up in a different map and have a different element and everything. Like maybe a fire Duna that swims in lava or something crazy like that.
Bring back Malzeno.
I think that's extremely unlikely. Just because they the portable entries like to go more fantasy. Yeah. And I feel like Malzeno fits that better. And I mean, obviously Monster Hunter Wilds is still pretty fantastical, but I don't see Malzeno fitting the theme, like the style, the theme that they have. That said, I'd be all for it.
Yeah, they did just bring back. They brought back Velkhana in Sunbreak,
right? Because the portable entries will just bring back everybody. They don't care about theming so much. I mean, God, Shigeru Magala is just there in Sunbreak with no fanfare.
No fanfare. We might get Shigeru Magala.
I think Shigeru Magala is extremely likely. Shigeru Magala is an evolution of Gore Magala, who is a story-significant monster in Wilds.
I don't think we'll get him, though, because if there's a Shigeru Magala, that would mean that there's only one Shigeru Magala, right? In a given area.
There's only one at a time.
Or is that, like, worldwide, there can only be one Shigeru Magala?
At a time. Yeah.
At a time? Like, entire Monster Hunter world?
I think so. And
okay, then yeah, there is only one, and we know where the one is. It's in the kingdom.
Well, this takes place after the kingdom. So, because there are multiple Gore Magala, because a chaotic Gore Magala is a Gore Magala that started to transition into a Shigeru Magala and was interrupted for some reason.
But a Shigeru Magala had gotten there before it, so it was stuck in the middle.
Yeah. But that's a little in the weeds, I think. Mechanically, some of the things I really, really hope they do in Master Rank, I want them to double down on the weather system. Yeah. Because I think the weather system is cool, but like severely underutilized. I think it really only matters in the Windward Plains, the Scarlet Forest, and the Oil Well Basin. And of those, the only one that really changes the way I play is the Oil Well Basin, because I have to drink a cold drink.
Yeah. I want to say what I hope they double down on is, one, I hope they add more weapon mechanics. Having played Rise and everything, I wish they had switch skills.
See, I feel the opposite.
Give me more, because with Iceborne, it added a bunch to a lot of met weapons.
Yeah, that's true.
It added a lot. Like, Savage Axe didn't exist in World until Iceborne. Savage Axe didn't exist until Iceborne.
So the problem with that is, like, in Iceborne actually ruined World's combat, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, the Clutch Claw.
It added the Clutch Claw, but it also kind of ruined the Hunting Horn, which was my preferred weapon, because it added one move that was so good that you had no reason to do anything else. There was like a move where you stuck the Hunting Horn down and spun it, and it was just so powerful that it was like you were just spamming it all the time. And Wild's combat is in such a good place right now that I certainly don't want them to add a Clutch Claw-esque mechanic. I think that would be such a mistake.
Unless you're Wild's Charge Blade, where...
Yeah, Wild's Charge Blade
it could use a good bit.
It could use some tuning, but I don't think it needs new moves.
I think, like, a lot of people say Rise's Charge Blade was really good, and I didn't touch it for reasons I just didn't want it to. World Charge Blade was kind of interesting because you actually had to, like, know mechanics.
Yeah.
Wilds, honestly, Wilds is just unga bunga. You go through the same rotation of abilities until something wears off, and then you go again. And if you're fighting something too tough to pop wounds, well, you are stuck in sword mode and amped elemental discharges until you can get a wound if you're trying to build Savage Axe.
Not if you can get a perfect guard.
Yeah, if you can go
which I can consistently do against every monster except Arch-Tempered Arcveld.
When I fought Arch-Tempered Arcveld, I perfect guarded, like, the first opening salvo of attacks.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, he'll be easy. And then he hits me with one attack. I'm like, oh, he's not easy.
He's a doozy.
He's a doozy. He has so many switch ups, though.
I'm also hoping that they double down on the herd mechanics that we've seen in Wilds, because they're in the game. but I never think about them, like basically at all. Like there are hunts where you have to hunt a herd of Doshagama and stuff
Yeah.
now, but I don't know. I think they put a lot of emphasis on that, and it feels like they have underutilized it significantly. They've also kind of underutilized the 2 weapon mechanics, or I would say that's not really true now that we have like the Proof of a Hero hunt and the Gagmazios hunt, both of which you are heavily encouraged to bring 2 weapons to that have different elements.
Yeah,
but I hope there's more of that. I hope there's more multi-monster hunts. I hope one thing that I've been extremely disappointed by in Wilds, and I think the reason for that is that they really focused on the investigation system where you just look at a monster on the map and then go hunt it. But I've been very disappointed with the quests that we did get having basically no quest descriptions. They've been very, very lazy on the quest descriptions. And I used to like those in the old games. They had like little tidbits of lore. You'd learn a little bit about the NPCs. You'd learn a little bit about the world through them. And now it's just like, a particularly strong monster has been spotted in the Windward Plains. Please hunt it. I was like, shut up, Alma.
A particularly strong monster.
Yeah, nobody cares.
I'd like to see them. What's improvements that I'd like to see? Honestly, I want them to improve the Sacred.
That's tough, right? Because
it's tough.
The Sacred.
Honestly, okay, if there is a world where this new map comes out and the Sacred doesn't have autopilot, I'll be a happy person.
So the problem is that the Wilds maps are an order of magnitude more complicated than the maps in any other Monster Hunter game. And I value that. But in order to do that and still make the game accessible to a casual audience, you have to have the Sacred autopilot because it would be...
Yeah, it sucks, though.
It's very complicated to learn these maps. So my solution to this, and I've thought about it a lot, is not to get rid of the autopilot, but to include more I don't want to bring back Spear Birds because I hate Spear Birds, but to further encourage map knowledge somehow.
Yeah.
To encourage you when you're not hunting something to go around and just explore the map by yourself. Maybe there's lore to find. Maybe there's a reason to find endemic life. Maybe we bring houses back and you can portray rare, add shinies or something to endemic life, Just a reason for the hunter to wander the maps, because even Rise had like lore you could find, like artifacts you could find, and you would trade them in for lore tidbits in town. Stuff like that I think would go a long way, because
go to the Shopmaster.
The Wilds maps are complex and beautiful, but there are and I am someone who just likes this game so much that I have played it without hunting for a while. I've gone fishing, I've just wandered the maps, and I have found cute and cool little spots that are not used for anything. There's no reason to go to them at all.
Plus, all the maps are connected. You can walk from the Windward Plains all the way to, I want to say, Ice Shard Cliffs.
Yes. I think you can get... No. Is there? No. There's a loading zone to leave the Oil Well Basin to the Ice Shard Cliffs, I think.
Oh, there's not a direct connection like there is
No, and then there's another loading zone to get to Wyveria. You can walk Ice Shard Cliffs to Wyveria. Yeah. But I think there's a loading zone between the Ice Shard Cliffs and the Oil Well Basin. I think that's right.
I'll have to look, because I know you can walk, because there's that little connecting path that you walk through in the story. Right. It's still accessible in-game.
It is still accessible, but it's kind of pointless, right? Like, there's never any reason to do that. Once you get into the high rank of this game, you are looking at the map, picking a monster, and then fast traveling to hunt it.
Yeah. You're just going.
I think one way they could solve that, this is... I'll credit my friend Dio. He suggested this. He said that it might be cool if they add a mode or maybe a new map where you get dropped in and you have to, without any restocking, you have to hunt as many monsters as you can. And so you would need to know the map so that you would know where to find herbs and honey so that you could craft potions and restock that way. And I think that would be really, really cool. I think that's a cool concept. Because I do think one of the problems with modern Monster Hunter is that the monsters have to one-shot you, because you will never lose a war of attrition against them, because you have essentially infinite potions, because you can always go back to your tent and restock. And so adding a master rank mode where you can't restock, I think has huge potential.
Oh, yeah. And Combat mechanics wise, I want to see a further refinement on the wound system, but
I just want it to
I
be
mean,
tuned. Like
yeah,
I think the wound system is really cool, and I really think once you get to like the 9-star or 10-star monsters, it's tuned right. And so I think it's just fine. Like you're never just stunning a monster into submission anymore once you get to those harder monsters. So I think as long as they look at those for how they're designing, even the lowest master rank monsters, I think it's fine. I just
man,
think
I
it was
can't wait to fight a
overpowered.
Chatacabra and have a difficult time doing it again.
I just think that's. I mean, it's possible that they'll give us a Chatacabra that is a variant that is powerful, but I do think probably the hardest, like the easiest hunts in Master Rank, like what they'll be starting us off at, will probably be more like 7-star, 8-star difficulty in the campaign.
Yeah, it'll just be like a Chatacabra, maybe a
It'll be
Balahara.
significantly easier than the 9-star and 10-star hunts that I'm doing
Honestly,
right
we
now.
might get like a Magma Balahara.
Yeah, I think that would be cool.
That would be cool. It'd be
Another
annoying.
thing I'm really hoping for is that and I don't hate this system as it is now, but I hope they 100% ditch Ardean weapons in Master Rank.
I think they
I
will.
I hope they do, because it is just more interesting to craft a monster from or to craft a weapon from monster parts than it is to use relics to craft the Ardean weapons. And then I like the upgrade system and the like. A lot of people hate the casino where you're just rerolling the stats all the time. I actually don't hate that. I just want to reroll the stats of a monster weapon. So having that different starting point just introduces so much variety to build, especially with something like Hunting Horn. Like Hunting Horns are very, very boring in the Ardean endgame because everybody has the same songs. Because there's no reason to use monster Hunting Horns because they're so much weaker. Your DPS is just lowered too much to ignore Ardean, but all the Ardean horns have the same songs. And so that just removes basically the entire identity of the weapon, in my opinion. And that stinks a lot. I think it's less of a
Yeah.
problem on the other weapons, but it is still just more interesting if you are someone who is like picking up a new weapon or putting together a new build. I think it's more interesting to grind out monsters to get those parts than it is to just have the relics on hand because you have accumulated them over time. You've done some Sunbreak, like the curio crafting and stuff. I think
Yeah.
that's like the perfect compromise
Yeah,
between the two.
I hate how it doesn't tell, like it doesn't imply that if you reroll it's gonna clear what you had, because I thought I'd
You
keep the
choose.
skills. Yeah,
You
well,
can.
I thought when I did a stable craft, it'd keep the skills and just add a different defense buff to it, not clear my skills.
Yeah, but you get to choose whether or not you keep what you rolled.
Yeah, I could do that. I just rerolled a piece of armor that was actually really good for me,
That's
and I've
tough.
not been able to get that roll again.
Yeah. Yeah. And that is painful because these rolls can take a lot of RNG. But I like that.
Oh yeah,
I I've seen the argument that there should just be a long grind at the end of a Monster Hunter game to get like a super powerful weapon or something, but you know what parts you need to get it and you only have to do it once and then you have that weapon. And I understand that sentiment where it's like a fixed grind, but I like the RNG because it lets a guy like me who just really likes Monster Hunter, I can boot up wilds essentially forever and be making progress because there are it is not clear what the best possible talisman is for me, for instance. So I will just hunt the monsters that drop random talismans forever, and sometimes they will drop a talisman that I think is cool and I can do a build around. The Gogmardian weapons are a little less like that, where there is just a best roll you can get for them. And I do think that's kind of lame. Having just a
yeah.
best meta roll, I think you should avoid that as much as possible. So those are my main wishes for the Master Rank. Avoid the Gogma Ardean grind.
Avoid Gogma. Avoid. I don't know. There's some grinds that I just don't want to do in this game. I like the systems that they have. I like the drop rates feel fair. I don't have to hunt monster a million times to get one part.
Yeah.
So it's not as bad.
Oh, one other thing I really want them to add. Monster Hunter Rise had a join random SOS hunt where you didn't have to like, it would just throw you in a hunt that was appropriate for your level. Bring that back. I love being able to just jump into a hunt without thinking about what monster I'm going to hunt. I love just hitting the random button because sometimes I just want to play Monster Hunter. I don't want to think too much. I just want to hunt. That is like my most missed feature. I think we probably get houses back.
Oh, 100% we're going to get player housing back.
Yeah. And that's exciting.
Because it wasn't in Rise either. Rise didn't have housing, did it?
Rise had a house, but it I don't
didn't
think you
have
could
the house that you could have in World.
Right. It didn't have like the house in World that you could upgrade and like you could show your endemic life
in it
and everything. Yeah, that was not
in it, you know.
Yeah.
Give me a reason to capture endemic life.
Yeah.
Because it feels like I have not been doing it in
No. I mean, I did it because there's side quests that ask you to do it. But other than that, no. Not very much.
So.
Yeah.
Now, monster-wise, I don't know. There's a lot of speculation on what Master Rank will give us.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think it's fascinating that there's like no leaks on this because
we have no idea. This summer is the first we're going to hear about it.
Because typically Monster Hunter leaks like a sieve. Like we know like that open secret about the Switch 2 release. Also, I haven't talked to you about it in a while. How's your performance since these newer patches?
Oh, okay. It used to be the title screen used to lag on startup, right?
Yep, same.
It used to be like subpar. I noticed on the latest update, I booted it up perfectly fine. Title screen was even fine, like a dream.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like a locked 30 FPS. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm locked 60
on my Steam. I'm talking about my Steam Deck.
Yeah.
It's not a locked 30. There are dips in like the Windward Plains. There are dips in the Scarlet Forest, but the overwhelming majority of the time, it's a stable 30 frames per second. I've done a few hunts on my Steam Deck just to see if it could do it, and I absolutely like will play that way.
I knew once I booted up that title screen and I heard like the noise of hitting start and it didn't lag.
Yep. It was going to be better.
Slow down. I'm like, oh, this game runs 10 times better now.
Yeah. It's just a massive, and it does like, so you haven't been around for this, but notoriously Worlds launched with very poor performance and then it got fixed over the course of the updates and then Iceborne made it really bad again. So there are a few people terrified that that's going to happen again with Wilds. I think that's really unlikely because of the blowback. Okay.
So some of my friends refused to play Wilds because it just didn't run on their minimum spec machines.
They should come back now. Like,
they should come back now. It's fine. But they forget that World didn't run well on minimum spec machines either. Yeah.
World didn't run well anywhere. I mean, World to this day, like World is a PS4 game, and I can only get like 90 frames per second on my PC, which is like fine, but that's not good. That's not like, it should be a locked 120 easily on a machine like mine for a game that old. World was not well optimized. I was very excited when I found out Wilds was going to be on RE Engine because Rise was on RE Engine and it ran so well. And, all the other RE Engine games except Dragon's Dogma ran so well. So it was a bit of a surprise when Wilds launched in the state that it did. But I think it's just in a good spot right now. I think it kind of is a great counterexample. Everybody says the RE Engine can't do open worlds, and
it did. I think it did it well.
Yeah, I think it does it great. I think Wilds runs fine now. Now, granted, it's not perfect because it is still a really ambitious game. It is simulating a lot more than most open world games do in the background, and so you are losing performance to that. But
if you're running at minimum system requirements, don't try to shoot the moon. Like if you're trying to do 1440p at minimum system requirements. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna get even 30 stable. I think,
and let me be honest, like my Steam Deck, I'm running at it's 30 frames per second, lowest settings on everything, FSR ultra performance at 720p. So that's what is that, 240p or something crazy? Like it is a hideous image. but
But it
I'd play
runs.
it. Yeah, like if that was my only option, if the Steam Deck was all I had and I wanted to play Monster Hunter Wilds, you bet your
It's the
ass
thing
I would be
is,
playing it on
like,
Steam
you
Deck.
cannot expect miracles out of this performance patch, Wild's performance patches.
Yeah,
Because when they say minimum system requirements, they mean
they
this
mean
is
30
gonna
FPS. Yeah,
run. This is gonna run, but it's not gonna run at any resolution beyond maybe 1080p is usually what they shoot for.
I believe their minimum spec does say 1080p, 30 frames per second, and they say I think frame gen up to 60 or something crazy like that, which I
Yeah.
don't recommend at all. But I know a lot of Steam Deck players do that. A lot of Steam Deck players love a 30 frames per second, and then they use like what is it, lossless scaling or something to frame gen up to 60. I think that's crazy. I would not play that way. But I can play a 30 FPS handheld. And I
So
because it runs so well on Steam Deck now, and we're seeing these like miracle ports on the Switch 2 right now. Like I don't know if you've seen Resident Evil Requiem looks amazing on the Switch 2. And so I think Wilds is like definitely coming to Switch 2. I think
so Wilds for 60 FPS at 1080p is the recommended. The recommended is
yeah.
60 FPS, 1080p with frame generation enabled under medium.
Yeah. Is that
The
updated,
minimum is, this is what they've said. This is like from their Steam page. 30 FPS under the lowest graphics settings at 1080p upscaled from 720 native.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, I can't
Yeah, I mean you get what
much.
you get.
Yeah.
It is definitely a current gen game, and it is an ambitious current gen game. So but
Yeah, I
think
didn't expect it to run anything beyond like 60 FPS on a recommended.
yeah. But it's a pretty stable 120 with frame gen for me now.
Yeah.
At ultra settings 4K. I think I'm running FSR balanced.
I ran around the Gathering Hub at low and everything was 60, which is bigger than normal. I'll have to try streaming it to see how that affects my frame rate.
Yeah.
But it should be fine. Like I
modded
wasn't
in
having
FSR
too many
4.
I wasn't having too many performance issues with it before the patches. Like I was one of the people who experienced a little bit, but it wasn't the worst.
Right.
But
I definitely
now
had dips,
like
but now it's just other than like I refuse to turn down ray tracing. And so in the heavily ray traced areas, like the Scarlet Forest, I dip down to like 50 frames per second. And then that gets frame gen up to like 100, which is fine. I don't notice it unless I have the frame counter up, if I'm being honest. Because I play wireless controller on my couch, and I'm not frame counting.
Yeah.
VRR is a magical thing for that. So yeah, I think pretty happy about where Monster Hunter is right now. Excited to see where it's going. Any final predictions for Master Rank?
No, not really. I think we're gonna get a couple of variants. I can't tell you. I'm betting on a Rompom Polo variant just so people will fight the stupid thing.
Well, we're getting the 10-star like arch-tempered Rompopolo or whatever.
It's like a 9-star, right? Or is it a 10-star?
No, it's a 10er.
Polo?
It's a 10-star.
That's crazy.
I'm excited.
We're
for
getting
that one.
arch-tempered Rompom Polo before we get arch-tempered Zoshia
or Shiwu.
Yeah. Well, it's because people don't fight the stupid thing.
Nope, it was the least hunted, which is crazy to me because I liked it. I really like
yeah, it's a novel monster.
Yeah, so I'm excited to get. I'm eating because I'm getting the 10-star version of him. He's probably my favorite weak ignored monster. So, yeah, I think that wraps that up. You've been off the show for a while, so I figure you've got some games you've been playing.
I could talk about more Monster Hunter because I picked up World. I'll just keep it brief with World. I started playing World back through again, like restarted completely.
Yeah. Why'd you decide to do that?
I realized that one of the reasons I was kind of not having a good time with World is because the timing when I was playing it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was roughly at the point where I was about to go on hiatus and everything, and everything.
Right.
And all like my personal stuff had been going on. So I decided to give it a fair shake and restart it and play it through legitimately instead of playing through with like the Guardian weapons or whatever.
Good call. Yeah, Defender. Yeah.
The Defender weapons and the Guardian armor. And I've been enjoying it. I just reached high rank. I picked up Insect Glaive this time.
Oh yeah, I've never used it. How are you liking it?
Oh, it's a lot of fun. It's scratching the itch of I need to pick up a new weapon on every game I play.
Yeah.
So now I have decent knowledge of at least 4 weapons in Monster Hunter. So I'm getting there. I'll get to all 14 eventually.
Yeah.
What other games have I played? Because I haven't played enough Hitman to talk about more.
No, and we're gonna do a Hitman episode when you're done anyway.
We're gonna do a Hitman episode when we're done. I picked up a novel little game called Blade Song that I've been watching for a while.
I've not heard of that.
It's a mic game. It's it's a sword craft. It's a game about making swords.
Yeah. Okay, that does sound like a mic game.
It's a mic game. It's fully a mic game.
Have you been streaming it?
No, I haven't streamed any of it. I did most of the story that's available in its early access just off stream.
Yeah. Are you playing any Steam Next Fest stuff? That's going on right now.
I've been looking at Windrose.
Okay. I downloaded a few, but I haven't played it yet.
Yeah, Windrose is apparently a PvE survival pirate game.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah, it looks like Valheim, but with pirates. And I'm like, ooh, this is exactly what I need.
Yeah, that sounds choice.
Because originally they were going to do it as like a PvE survival game with PvP elements that you could do like out in the water.
Yeah.
But they just pivoted straight to PvP or PvE because it would have been easier.
Right.
So I'm excited to see it. It looks really good based on like the trailers and everything.
Yeah.
And I mean, as long as it's not Ark, as long as they learn from Valheim, I'm fine.
Yeah. We have like an insane weekend going on right now. It's Steam Next Fest, which has a few demos I want to play. It is the server slam for Marathon, which I would like to play at least a few rounds of to form an opinion on before I, to be fair, shit on it on the show probably for not being Ark Raiders. I might like it. I'm going to give it an honest try, but I just don't, I don't know. I feel like Bungie's in a rough spot right now.
So I will give it a fair shake. Is it still an extraction shooter?
Yeah, it's an extraction shooter.
Yeah, I probably won't check it. I don't like extraction shooters.
And then Resident Evil Requiem comes out, I think, tonight at midnight. And I have to play that.
What a weekend.
Yeah, I actually, this is the first time in a long time I've pre-ordered a game, but I pre-ordered Resident Evil Requiem so I could preload it because there was just no world where I wasn't buying it. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the Discord or listened to the episodes, but I am enamored with Resident Evil right now.
I've been seeing it. I've been seeing it in the Discord.
I just gotta say, have you played Resident Evil 8?
No.
Okay. I without spoilers, I will just say I played through Castle Dimitrescu. I played through the puppet. I think the puppet's name was Angie. I played through the puppet house. I played through Morto, I think his name is, the fish man. And I'm in the factory right now. And what a great game. Resident Evil 8 is clearly trying to do Resident Evil 4 in the new style, essentially, where it is like more action focused than horror, but it's not afraid to take your guns away and do a horror section, like a real survival horror. It does that in the doll house section that you have to do.
Yeah, I remember watching a playthrough. I don't remember who I watched play through it.
That was scary. Like I'm not somebody who gets scared by games particularly easily, but that did raise my heart rate. That was a lot.
Was it the Scary Game Squad that did it? I think it was.
And then the rest, like right after you do that, you do Morto, and then right after that, there's like a section where you were just gunning down these werewolves, and it's so cathartic because you like at the point you're doing that, you've had a rough run. You've been getting your ass beat for a little bit, and then you just like a guy says something, he's making you mad, and Ethan Winters just guns down a bunch of werewolves, and it's like, this is sick as hell.
A whole village full of werewolves.
It's really fun. I like the character designs, like the Lady Dimitrescu. Obviously, I like Lady Dimitrescu. I'm a man of tastes.
Who doesn't? Yeah.
And the three daughters are great. I love their designs. I love like that they're like vampires but with bugs instead of bats. I think that's just an interesting shakeup on that. I really like Heisenberg. I don't really get it yet, but he's just I like the way he talks. I like the way he acts, because he is just a guy in a trench coat basically. His design's not particularly interesting, but the way he acts, he's a compelling kind of antagonist, kind of not. Like what, I don't know. He's certainly not your main antagonist. But he's also not trying to kill you the whole game. So I think Lady Dimitrescu is probably Maybe I don't know if it's Mr. X or Lady Dimitrescu for the best implementation of like the immortal stalker enemy.
Yeah.
But she scared me when she showed up. She would get out these claws and like, you know, you'd have to kite her around. I do think her castle, like the places she actually roamed, it was a little too small because I had a hard time getting her to go away so that I could do what I needed to do sometimes, which Mr. X I found much easier to kite him away. But overall, I don't know. I'm enamored with the game. I'm excited I'll probably finish it tonight because I think the factory is towards the end. And I'll be ready for Resident Evil Requiem.
Yeah, I watched through Resident Evil 7. I'm like, I really liked the idea of the family, but I've seen a playthrough of 8. I haven't actually ever played a Resident Evil game. I'm just not a survival horror person.
I did not like
I'm
the
a
family
coward.
that much in 7, but 7 really pops off in the back half. 7 gets crazy good in the back half to me.
Yeah, I'm a coward.
Yeah,
Well-known, world-renowned coward.
Dude, I mean, part of me, I might not play horror games if I got scared easier, but part of me thinks I would enjoy them more if I scared a little easier. Because I do I feel like the scene I'm talking about in the dollhouse in Resident Evil 8 is supposed to be like piss your pants scary. And I was just like, I was tense and I really liked it. It was my favorite part of the game so far. But nothing, and part of it is just that I'm 30, but nothing has ever taken me back to the highs of playing Amnesia: The Dark Descent when I was like 13 years old. Like nothing, I just loved that special kind of fear where it was like hard to get myself to turn the game on because it scared me so much. But I enjoyed it a lot. And I don't know, it's a rare feeling these days. Like for instance, I didn't even remember that there were jump scares in Alan Wake 2 until Amit told me. I forgot that they were in the game.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not big on horror, apparently.
Yeah. I wish, I don't know. I think I just like, I don't know. I think I have something in me that like when I get scared, I kind of disengage with the immersive elements of the game. And I wish I didn't do that. I wish I could stay immersed and stay scared because that's the point. But I don't know. I'm still enjoying him a lot, so I can't complain too much. I'm excited to play Requiem. I hate to go in with this expectation because I think I'm asking for a disaster, but I have a sinking suspicion it's going to be the best one. Like I've seen a lot of reviews saying it's the best one since 4, and I do not think 4 is the best one. So I think it may just like be the best Resident Evil because it's supposed to have a perfect mix of the survival horror and the action horror, split between 2 different characters because you play as Grace and Leon.
Massive spoilers for Resident Evil Village incoming. If you have not finished Resident Evil Village, skip ahead to the next section.
I'm very, very
Ethan's
excited.
Dead, right?
Who's dead?
I think Ethan dies at some point.
Thank you for spoiling the game. I obviously have not finished yet, Mike.
I don't know.
I cannot thank you enough.
I forgot.
For some reason deciding to spoil the game that I'm finishing in 20 minutes. Thank you so much for that. No, I don't know if Ethan is dead.
I don't know. I don't know if he dies or not. I don't remember. As I said, I watched it when it came out. I'm like, I don't know. I'm surprised he's not dead yet because Resident Evil 7, he kind of gets his hand cut off with a chainsaw in the first hour.
Yeah, he's clearly got something going on. He's infected with something.
Put that shit back on.
The mold.
The mold.
Yeah.
Anyway, wait, didn't they confirm in 7 that he has the mold?
In 7, I mean, they didn't literally say it, but it's obvious.
I think it's like super obvious he got infected with the mold because he
gets his hand cut off in the first 5 minutes of 7, and then they sew it back on.
No,
he doesn't just put it back on. The family sews it back on.
Do they sew it back on?
Not on screen, but he has stitches on it when you wake up.
I thought he like put it back on and poured some like
That's an 8. He does
some
that.
goo. Oh, okay, that's 8 that happens.
Yeah, Lady Dimitrescu cuts off your arm, and he just sticks it back on and pours goo on it, and it heals.
Pours goo on it and he heals.
Which is weird in 8, because in 7, theoretically, when you kill the big bad, you should have been cured, but obviously not. Obviously,
you had to have the serum, right? Because I remember.
the serum would have cured you without killing the big bad.
I don't know.
So he uses the serum on his
because there was
wife.
the DLC for 7. Because if you don't use the serum on Zoe, she crystallizes after the big bad dies.
Yeah.
And like her uncle or whatever is out in the swamp fighting alligators that are.
It depended. I think it depended on how long you'd been infected, because Ethan was freshly infected, and so he still had some humanity left. And Mia had been cured, so I think she lives because you had cured her and then she got reinfected. But now that I'm playing 8, it seems implied that nobody was ever cured at all, because Ethan can still regrow limbs.
Ethan can still stick his arm back on.
So I think there is like a quote unquote, I've seen online that there's a reveal that Ethan was infected, and it's like, I've seen people like Redditors are not very smart, I guess, but there's people saying like it was obvious in retrospect that he was infected. It's like, what do you mean it was obvious? It's obvious now. He stuck his arm back on.
He got. do you think I can walk up? I swear to God, some Redditors think that I could walk up, chop their hand back off, and they can stick it back on with a bottle of like rubbing alcohol.
I mean, what I've seen is that people thought it was like video game campiness, and like I'll give you that Resident Evil is a campy franchise. But if Leon Kennedy lost an arm, he's not sticking it back on.
Yeah, he's not sticking it back on. That arm's gone. There's a reason why they usually don't cut off protagonists. And
they make like a big deal about it. Like there's a cutscene where he sticks the arm back on and pours fluid over it. Like if it was video game campiness, isn't it like the
first aid fluid?
Yeah.
Like in other games, that's just like you spray that over the wound and hope it seals. You know, in this game, it's like, I got my hand ripped off. I'm just gonna stick it back on.
Yeah,
it's like, whoa, who knew?
But I don't know where they're going with that. Also, no, I don't want to. The MacGuffin that you're chasing after in Resident Evil Village is the body parts of your baby, which is just crazy.
This is some JoJo's level. Like, our stand powers come from the bodies of the parts of Jesus.
Is that real? Is that real from JoJo's?
Steel Ball Run. It starts with the pieces.
That's crazy.
Of Christ or whatever, and they're like, because with the universe reset, it's like bits of Jesus or whatever. I don't know.
But it's like that is actually something that's like a little morbid in a way that bothers me. Like that it is the cut up pieces of your baby that you were fine. Like that's like one of those like, I can't believe they made this game.
I can't believe it.
Oh, and the baby's alive, by the way. Like the baby is somehow, because of the mold, I guess, the magic mold. the baby
mold.
Is going to. You're gonna put the baby back together, and she's gonna be fine.
Is it the magic mold that makes Lady Dimitrescu, or is she not a mold person? She's like a bug.
I don't know. She the source. So her daughters are bug people, but it is unclear what the source of Lady Dimitrescu's immortality is. I suspect it is the mold, and I suspect that like the mold, like the little girl in Resident Evil 7 came from Mother Miranda somehow, who is the villain of Resident Evil 8. And so it's all mold based powers, and that was just how it manifested for the little girl. But that is a little unclear right now. To me, because I haven't finished the game yet. But I suspect it is all mold, yes. Because
it might not be mold. It might be something other crazy stuff. Because it is Resident Evil. They might be like, it's Tyrant strain.
I mean, Heisenberg just has telekinesis for some reason. And like...
I think he has like metal kinesis, right?
It may be only metal.
It might only be metal.
But why would mold give him metal power? Why would mold make him Magneto? It doesn't really make sense. Like Lady Dimitrescu like turns into a big dragon and stuff. Like very similar to some stuff that happened in Resident Evil 7. So that's possible, but the others are a little weirder. But it is heavily like there's some character named Eve that keeps getting mentioned, and the little girl's name was Evelyn in Resident Evil 7. So I suspect those are the same person, but I don't know for sure yet because I have not finished the game. But I think that's enough Resident Evil talk for now. Do you have any other games you want to talk about?
We've just been playing a lot of Capcom, haven't we?
A lot of Capcom here.
A lot of Capcom. I guess I started playing Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door again.
Oh yeah, how far in are you?
I made it past chapter 1. I didn't make it too far, but I made it past chapter for like Hooktail Castle. So
yeah,
I've been doing that on
GameCube
stream,
kick lately. Are you still playing Sunshine?
I got 69 sign sprites and finished the game, and I do not want to do the rest of it.
I am on
I didn't get to talk about it
not in
on
the
the
original.
podcast.
You don't want to do the rest of it.
Yeah, I didn't get to talk about it on the podcast, but
you
honestly,
need to play Eclipse.
Honestly, I'm gonna say it. Sunshine did not age well. It's not great.
I have nothing to say to you.
It's like it was fun. I enjoyed it, but God, did it feel like sometimes it just didn't work. And like the controls which did not respond the way I needed to.
Yeah.
So.
No, that's fair. It is definitely like the GameCube was a messy time for Nintendo. They released a lot of games that feel kind of unfinished in retrospect. I know a little bit more. I did
have the benefit of my girlfriend backseating me.
Yeah.
And I took that as a challenge sometimes because she told me I couldn't do the pachinko machine without the hover nozzle, right?
Oh, you can. It sucks, but you can.
Oh, I did it with the rocket nozzle.
Yeah.
It was how many
hours did that take?
Only 20 deaths.
Only 20 deaths? That's
only
not bad.
20 deaths. Yeah.
That sounds infuriating though.
I had to use save states because I did not have enough extra lives.
Yeah.
But, I mean, who cares? It's equivalent to wasting a life, and it counts as a death. I think altogether, I had maybe 40 or 50 deaths. I think the most deaths I had. Hold on, let me pop up OBS because I kept the counter.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll tell you my total deaths. Secret level wise, I think I hit 20.
Lot. Yeah,
20 total in all the secret levels. The first one I died 4 or 5 times in, and the rest, like I was averaging 1 or 2 deaths.
Yeah.
Pachinko was 20. Yoshi, I had 7 Yoshi mishaps during the Pianta Village one, where I just died.
Yeah. A lot of people just use the speedrun strat on that one.
28 secret level deaths and 4 deaths on the blooper surfing.
Yeah, the blooper surfing is a little tough.
Yeah, and the 4 deaths on the blooper surfing is when I coined my favorite phrase. If you look up hubris in the dictionary, I'm right next to it.
Yeah.
It's me. It's a picture of me.
Yeah, you should always choose the slowest blooper.
I always choose the middle blooper. I will.
I mean, you'll get it eventually, but you'll die 4 times.
I'm an expert. Oh, it wasn't. It was actually the red coin blooper surfing.
Yeah, that's the hard one for me. The race one is easy, in my opinion.
Yeah, I did the race in 45 seconds. Yeah. I think the key is 45 seconds for the second shine sprite.
I'm not sure.
The secret shine.
It's been too long. I don't remember. Plus, there's like no reason to get secret shines in Sunshine because you just have to get the 7th in every whatever to unlock Corona Mountain. Well, I think that might do it for us today here at Game Talk. I want to thank you all for listening. You can follow us at Podcast Game Talk on Instagram, Blue Sky. I don't think we post on X anymore. YouTube. Leave us a review. Leave us comments. Like, rate, and review. YouTube. Apple Podcasts. Spotify. Wherever you get your podcasts. We appreciate it. Thank you all for listening. See you next week.
Yeah, see you next week.
Bye.